welcome to Friday Fundamentals. Happy Friday. We are at episode 31, and I want to talk about today is fast is flying. Now, for those of you that have run, which is all of you, when you run, there is a thing called a flight phase. Now, if you've ever run or sprinted or been at a really quick walk, in fact, you know the feeling of lift. And actually, the difference between a walk and a run is that flight phase. So if you are ever in a competitive walking environment where there's competition and the walk is required, they have judges literally watching the feet to make sure there is one foot on the ground at all times. Now, why is that important for us? Well, the reason that's important for us is because if there is a flight phase, then we need to know why and how to use it best. The flight phase is best when you're in the air. Well, duh, of course. Well, that's important because we have a lot of athletes that decide to make their flight phase the prime aspect of their sprint. While crucial, it is not the most important part, I would say. Now, I'm gonna have people argue with me, and that's okay. Leave a comment. Describe why you think a different phase or a flight phase is the most important part, and we could talk about that online all day long. I love those kind of theory crafting discussions. But I would say the start is the most important part of the actual sprint. But we could talk about that later. Today is about the flight phase, Friday Fundamental flight phase. And the flight phase is the time from the ground, in the air, both feet off the ground, back to the ground. Now, we want a horizontal flight phase. A lot of people have problems with this. Most people, when they say, okay, we're gonna power down, they do this in the air. We don't want to do that. We want to have a flight phase that is lower to the ground. We don't want to reach down for the ground. We want to keep the knee up, elbow high, and we want to run almost like a Mario Brothers situation during the flight phase. What that will do, that will allow us to have a longer flight phase without getting that verticality. Verticality is necessary for a flight phase, but it is not what you want to do if you are trying to sprint. If you're doing high jump, verticality is essential. In fact, it is the most important part, I would say, of the actual athletic event. But with sprinting, we want a horizontal flight phase. Therefore, we want to be pushing horizontally and leaving the ground quickly. We want the flight phase to be a large percentage of the sprint at top speed. And that is the key, at top speed. I've already talked too much today. Friday Fundamentals, episode 31, the flight phase. And with proper speed skills, another speed skill for you, speed kills. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And we'll see you on Monday for a Monday movement that you can do right in your own house. You guys have a great weekend, and we will talk to you soon.